fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
This time of year, the school calendar really starts to fill up. Spring activities, testing season, and that final push toward the end of the year. It's a great moment for kids to stay focused and build confidence in what they're learning. That's where IXL comes in. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand their schoolwork, from math and reading to writing and science. It's designed for pre-K through 12th grade, with personalized interactive content that adapts to each child's level and pace. IXL makes it easy to stay on track with instant feedback and clear explanations, skills organized by grade level, and simple progress tracking. It fits into even the busiest spring schedules. It's also trusted nationwide. In fact, IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. Listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/today. Visit IXL.com/today to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
What does it mean to build a creative life together?
This week, we're talking with Mary Holland and Matt Newell, comedians, actors, and a couple, about what it actually looks like to weather this industry as a team, post-pandemic, post-strike, and post-child.
Plus, the unlikely role of improv comedy, why faith isn't the same thing as a plan, and what happens to a partnership when one of you books a gig and the other has to stay home.
The creative economy is broken, but some people are still making it work. We're here to find out how. I'm Anna Marie Cox.
And I'm Open Mike Eagle, and this is Past Due.
I'd like to welcome to the show Mary Holland and Matt Newell. They are both comedians and actors, and they happen to be a couple, and we are so happy to have them here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you for having us.
We're usually, by default, a divorce pod, but we do like to talk to couples.
Right.
We enjoy talking
check back
to couples.
in 6 months.
Oh, jeez. And this is how she finds out.
No.
And it has been instructive. I think couples face special challenges and have special advantages in the creative economy, right? And we're gonna dive right in with what those might be. We have a first question we have to ask everyone. When's the last time you worried about making your monthly expenses?
It's 10 a.m. now, 9:45.
Okay. Wow. That might be the closest yet. That might be the closest yet.
I mean, I think it's you know, I don't know what your answer is, but I would say I think
place.
about it. I worry about it daily. It's always on my mind, but I would say, yeah, it hasn't been, you know, a panicked worry in
Like it used to be, yeah,
like it used to be. But it's always, I'm always worried.
Yeah, first thing in the morning you think about it. I think when you wake up, I'm like, oh.
Sometimes at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, is that true? Because I, definitely have had times in my life in the recent past. One of the reasons we started the show where I've woken up in the middle of the night and been like, "What am I going to do next month?"
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Am I going to be covered next month? So
yeah, completely.
I don't want to get. I mean, I guess we do want to get personal.
Get personal and stay personal. Yeah.
Is that kind of panic familiar from the relatively recent past? Or, I mean, you both work, you both have careers that we've heard of you. We know who you are. So you're not in the base level struggling. But what kind of stability have you felt you've had?
Well, I think it's as with anything in a creative field, and especially the industry that we work in, it's so unpredictable. It's so the work ebbs and flows, and there's really no way to prepare for what your year is going to look like. I mean, I feel like people at a certain level probably are able to do that a little bit better. But for us, I mean, I think there is stability in that we have over, the course of a few decades built a strong foundation, both in our careers, but then also um, in in being a strong foundation and being able to like weather the ebbs and flows a little bit and not totally feel like we're adrift, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the longer the more you're used to the highs and the lows, and you know that the lows aren't forever, but sometimes they stretch out longer than the ones before. You're like, well, it's been a
I mean, I
bit
think
dry.
the most recent example, we have a baby, and I remember when she was born and that whole first year of her life, I definitely was in that panic of because this was also directly post the WGA and SAG strikes, and work had kind of um the whole industry like contracted, and there wasn't that much out there, and I definitely had that panic of, there is no plan B.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of, and there's never been, and so in a way it's nice, because it's like, well, that it definitely means I'm gonna persevere, because there's no other option.
Choice. Yeah. And it is more stressful when when it's just you, when two adults.
Yes, yeah.
If you're like, oh, I can't just not feed a baby.
You can't like scrimp by. You can't just be going to like all these.
I looked it up. You can't do it.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty frequent Google search. It's like, can you just
what's the first one?
not feed?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that now, and the WGA strike, and how much of that had to do with being able to make a minimum wage and being able to keep on insurance.
Yeah.
And I know I'm a journalist, so most of my friends that have chosen to have children have done it either when they have had like 5, 6 or more years under their belt of like steady work and can see a path of continuing to have insurance.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but when I think about creatives having kids, I mean, that I think people, we have to make this a video podcast, because listeners, I just saluted.
You don't want to miss moments like that.
Right. Was that part of your math? Like, did you have to kind of consider like, or in California, are you more able to get insurance for children? I mean, obviously there's CHIP, but for you all, like, what did the math look like?
I mean, what do you want to?
I mean, I think it was a conversation we had. We thought about it for a while.
Yes.
Like we went back and forth for years on whether we wanted to or not. And I do think we were in a place where we felt that it would be we were at the best place we could be financially,
and it kind of was also, I think this is true. This is I was talking with a friend about this recently, actually, and it's sort of been my approach to life, which feels actually insane to articulate, but I'm just kind of, every step of the way, I'm just like, it'll work out. It's really like, I'm not actually, I've never been able to, I don't have the kind of mind that really is able to plan that far in advance, or like get my ducks in a row and budget and all of that. I'm not really, I'm more of a person who's like, we know we want this experience in life, so let's just move forward. And all of the sort of the things that we need to have in place to like ensure she's fed and clothed and like she has her health taken care of, all of that. I just have faith that we will figure that out. And we luckily were in a place with our union where we have had health insurance, but there's just no way. You just can't. It's so hard to plan anything if you're really in this industry and like on the tide of the ebbs and the flows. Like it's very hard
unless you're a very specific, the top tier of this industry. Yeah.
So it kind of felt like if we wait till we can really have like you were saying, really wait to like make sure we're good, we won't worry, then we'll be waiting forever.
Yeah. Because there is a time limit on that too. You're like, there's a certain like biologically.
I just celebrated my "it's not going to happen" birthday, pretty recently. So, which is fine, by the way.
No, I mean, it's great. I mean,
I'm good. I celebrated it. It's fine.
Sure, it's great. Yeah, but yeah, I think that I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah.
That faith piece is kind of important. I feel like with these creative lifestyles, like the choices that we make don't make much sense on paper anyway. So you kind of have to have that faith that it's going to work out one way or another.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creative people who listen to the show to sort of learn real life strategies too. And I guess, from what you all answered in terms of how you've been able to navigate having careers and making it through the ebbs and flows, I'm curious if like there's any strategies that you would advise people who are just starting to take a look at, like ways, like functional ways to manage when times are hard in creative industries.
I think that for us as performers, I really found that having an outlet in which to perform was life-saving, sanity-saving. It gave me the boost in faith that I needed because it was what I love to do.
And a reminder too, because we both do improv. I think that's a reminder of like, oh yeah, this is why we do it. This is the fun part of it. Even though it's not where the money comes from necessarily, it keeps you excited about just about being creative and being a performer. And
so I guess the creatives, your listeners who are creative, depending on what their craft is, for us it was for sure being able to do improv comedy, and you don't have to wait for someone to hire you to do that. You don't even need a theater. You just need 2 chairs and you can get a group of people together and play. So I definitely found that early on, like trying to navigate this business, which is so confusing and there's a lot of hopelessness all throughout it, but definitely at the beginning. And I think finding an outlet where you can have your creativity without any pressure on it is the way, I think, to kind of fortify yourself.
Art for art's sakes, right? That's the MGM motto, I think.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I thought it was just like a lion roar. I didn't know.
The Latin around the lion. I think it says something. I think it translates to art for art's sake. But
that's of course the Melania documentary that's why that was done, right?
That's right. Yeah.
It's owned by Bezos now, so it's part of Amazon. Yeah. So I assume
by esteemed
Brett Ratner, really had a vision.
Brett Ratner, yeah.
He's an auteur.
Yeah, auteur, stand-up guy.
Yeah.
I love Rush Hour, though.
I heard he promised Trump he would make Rush Hour 3, or 4, or whatever it is.
On patreon.com/pastdue, we asked Mary and Matt, what's a piece of advice they got that they actually used?
And the advice that sounded right, but completely fell apart the moment they tried it. Hear that answer and more at patreon.com/pastdue.
This episode is brought to you by Factor.
Cold days, big goals, absolutely zero interest in cooking?
Factor makes healthy eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs.
No planning, no grocery math, no, what did I buy this ingredient for?
I love that Factor has quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats.
And there's so much variety. Over 100 rotating meals every week, including the new Muscle Pro meals, if you're doing strength stuff.
And they support your diet, whether it's high-protein meals, Mediterranean, whole ingredients, healthy fats, or more. Plus, there are no refined sugars or artificial sweeteners.
I've looked for something like this for a long time, and Factor really is the best.
It's good food that tastes great and is ready in about 2 minutes, always fresh, never frozen, no prep, and no stress. Head to factormeals.com/passdue50off. That's 50 off. And use code PASSDUE50OFF to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year.
Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan. One free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is active.
This time of year, the school calendar really starts to fill up. Spring activities, testing season, and that final push toward the end of the year. It's a great moment for kids to stay focused and build confidence in what they're learning. That's where IXL comes in. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand their schoolwork, from math and reading to writing and science. It's designed for pre-K through 12th grade, with personalized interactive content that adapts to each child's level and pace. IXL makes it easy to stay on track with instant feedback and clear explanations, skills organized by grade level, and simple progress tracking. It fits into even the busiest spring schedules. It's also trusted nationwide. In fact, IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. Listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/today. Visit IXL.com/today to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
I was thinking before you answered Mike's question about how improv must be incredibly valuable to parenting. I was thinking more literally, actually reaction time, a sort of yes and approach to a child, which I think is probably true too. I mean, it probably gives you some flexibility beyond just having a thing you love. And I've done a little bit of improv myself, and I know that it has sort of two parts when I think about it. One is the doing something you love on stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's what you're talking about. But then there's also kind of the mental and emotional flexibility that comes from improv.
Yeah.
And how do you see that as helpful in balancing creative, economic, parental, romantic? Like, where are you seeing improv like in your real life and helping you manage all that?
I mean, I think for me, the best thing about learning improv is it teaches you how to listen. I think listening is a super helpful skill when parenting, and to be pliable and not get so locked into your idea, and to be open to other ideas and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher though, so I give our daughter a lot of notes though. So.
Oh, good.
So far, she's not
She hasn't passed yet. Yes. Well, she's not going to get to level 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think yes, I totally agree that improv is such a great life skill. It's so helpful because it does teach you to listen. It also like gets your brain used to being in the moment.
It's meditative. Yeah.
It is meditative.
Or you got to be present. Yeah.
You can't plan anything in advance. What's past is past. Like it really does condition you to be constantly bringing yourself to the present moment. And so I think what I really found, like, that I remember when I first moved to LA and I was trying to book jobs, and I auditioned, I think, for 7 or 8 years straight and didn't get anything. And in that time, there was a lot of dark moments when I was like, wait a minute, my heart and my soul, I feel like I'm meant to do this. Like this is, like I said, there's no plan B. This is what I have to do. This is what I'm supposed to do, but it's not happening. And so now what? Finding improv was such a wonderful gift because I was able to find a community, which was massive, but also I could play, I could create, I could act without needing the other, someone to book me on a job to do it. And then it also did such a wonderful thing for me where my view when I first moved to LA was like, I have these aspirations. I'm like aiming for this star and, I'm going to keep working to build to that star. And as it wasn't happening, and doing improv, it made my vision go like this. Like I sort of was able to like not worry about how getting to that star is going to happen. It just, the conditioning of being in the moment, I was able to really just love where I was currently at, which was building this community and finding this craft. And then it did eventually lead to like the things that I had aspired to, but it was sort of that overarching, like, let's be in the now. What's happening now? What can I do now? What is currently available to me? That helped, me navigate those times.
Given all that y'all have had to deal with, I mean, just the state of the industry right now, post pandemic, post strikes, post fires, and all of the different sorts of calamities that y'all have had to make it through. Like what sorts of pressures does that put on the relationship? Like I'm sure it's great to have a partner to weather all of this with, but being in the same industry and the industry being in the state that it's in, what kind of pressures does it put on the relationship itself?
What do you think?
Would you like to speak to that?
I think it lends an understanding of the other
Yes,
person.
I
I think
agree.
there's more. I don't think it's. I think if one of us weren't in it, the other would be less, or that person would be less understanding of the way it is of the ebbs and flows. So I don't know if there's necessarily pressure on the relationship.
Yeah, because I think because we are both in the same industry and we do have the same, triumphs and heartbreaks and worry about the same the same thing as far as like stability and predictability in our lives. There's a team.
Yeah, it's more of a partner. Yeah,
it really does feel like a partnership and like we're a team trying to accomplish a mutual goal actually. And so I don't think any fights that we've had, and we've had some. Don't get it. Yeah, we've had some. but they have not been related to or because of well, no, actually, I mean, I think the thing that I can now think of that does put pressure on the relationship is that a lot of the things that are filming now are filming out of.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But that's more home. Yeah. That does like, but it doesn't lead to any sort of fights. It does. It just leads.
It just
to
puts pressure on the
one.
family
Yeah.
unit. I think.
Yeah, because especially with a kid now, that one of us just can't just go to Vancouver because that means the other person is on 100% parent duty. So it's like, are you cool? For 5 days of being with.
Yeah.
And it limits the other person's, work a little bit.
And there's really like, especially with the dearth of work, it's sort of like, if you get a job, you gotta take it. Like you don't have the luxury of being like, I'm only going to take jobs that work in LA.
That's crazy.
There aren't many. Yeah. And then it's also, work is so tough to come by that, Yeah, so that definitely puts pressure. I mean, I think even in that, I feel with Matt, we are united as
Yeah.
a team, but it does put a lot of pressure on just the family unit in general.
So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone, or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, right now, you can get an extra $100 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $100 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
This time of year, the school calendar really starts to fill up. Spring activities, testing season, and that final push toward the end of the year. It's a great moment for kids to stay focused and build confidence in what they're learning. That's where IXL comes in. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand their schoolwork, from math and reading to writing and science. It's designed for pre-K through 12th grade, with personalized interactive content that adapts to each child's level and pace. IXL makes it easy to stay on track with instant feedback and clear explanations, skills organized by grade level, and simple progress tracking. It fits into even the busiest spring schedules. It's also trusted nationwide. In fact, IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. Listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/today. Visit IXL.com/today to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Yeah, we talked to Chris Gethard a while back, and he said he basically let his union membership lapse over this and took work. He has a kind of corporate day job now. Really cool.
Yeah.
Like, he works for a nonprofit doing comedy in schools. Like, really neat, cool stuff. He clearly loves it. He's still working.
I actually did a show with him with the organization he works with. So yes, I know the one you're talking about.
But he named that specifically, the travel specifically, as the reason why. And he's on the East Coast, right? So going to Vancouver to shoot, like, to be a guest on a series, like, just stopped making sense for him.
Yeah,
and
it's hard. Yeah.
I one of the themes that, you know, I see in my own life as a journalist and has come up here is that cost benefit analysis, right? Like, when do you, I don't want to use the word give up on a dream, right? Because, like, maybe you're not, that's stating it too strongly. You know, when do you have to kind of make priorities, change priorities, decide that you're going to look at some other way of having a steady paycheck? And Mike and I have both come up against this as, well, what would we do?
I know, yeah.
Right. Right.
Mike, you were going to try and get a corporate job, right?
I was trying to get any job at the end of 2024. I was trying to get any job that an adult should have.
Yeah.
And I learned I was unhireable.
So I guess my question I kind of two-part question for that. Like, one of them, it relates to your experience, and the other one is more of a philosophical question. You can take either. One is, like, have you ever thought about that? And if so, what would you do? Like, what's your idea of, like, maybe I could do that? Paul F. Tompkins told us the only thing that ever came up seriously in his life was piano tuning. Is that right, Mike? Like, when he was young.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
When he was young,
when he was younger and he had, like, just gotten nominated for an Emmy with Mr. Show. Like, his mom was like, you can always go into, your uncle's a piano tuner.
How much? I mean, that business has got to be. That's got to have some. How is that a big?
But
Yeah,
and so I know I have my ideas about what it is. I mean, I actually have thought about trying to get hired as a PR person, which is the traditional journalism thing. my social media, I would be like, there's too many free Palestine posts. Like, but so do you have any ideas about what you would be? And then a sort of more serious question, which I'll try to keep us on track, is what do you think the industry loses because of that attrition? And do you know anyone that you think the industry has lost? So.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll start with the fun question. Like, I think I would be something in the food industry. I like to cook.
So much steadier than the entertainment industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't do a corporate job. I don't think I could do. I could work outdoors on something. Like I could, work at Yellowstone or work. I don't know. Just like be somewhere. Just be outdoors. I think would be
something we did talk about was should we just open a tavern?
I know.
Again, right. That's so much easier. You're right. I mean, like, you're picking industries.
I know, but I think it's that thing where, like, if you have a spirit that's drawn to creative pursuits, it's gonna come out one way or another.
Yeah.
And so I think that there is a way to, like, pick a different industry or job or something that could provide more financial stability, but that you're going to get creative with that job, I think, somehow, or maybe piece together multiple jobs or like work jobs that are less, rigid in their schedules or whatever. But I, as I said, I mean, because Matt is a tremendous cook. And so I have been like, hey, you want to do that? We'll figure it out. But for myself personally, I got nothing. I think, here's a spin-off of this question that I think I have a fun answer to. And that's, in the event of, a society crumbles.
Okay, so we're going to go.
If is an interesting word. Like I appreciate you saying if. Okay.
When society crumbles, and we're all sort of,
apocalypse.
Yeah, it's apocalypse.
Yeah.
Then I think maybe I could maybe be, depending on who's in the group. If there's someone more qualified, obviously they should be. But I could probably be the doctor.
Okay. That's the hardest one.
I love the confidence, though.
Yeah.
I love the confidence.
I'd probably build the hill. I'd fly the helicopter.
Yeah. You can do stitches and set broken bones and all sorts of fun stuff.
I come from a long line of doctors, and that's why I feel that it's somewhere in here, probably.
This is zombie, though. This is zombie time. Where, like, it's not going to be... I
like how you call it doctor too. It's not medic. You're not like, I could be a medic. It's like a full on, I could be a doctor. But of course, in an apocalypse, we're back to like the barbers being the doctors too.
That's right.
Like, it's not like you could just call yourself one.
Why not
like hang out the shingle.
But for the other, like, what else could I do? I don't know. I think if I have no idea, I think, I don't know. And honestly, part of me is like, I don't even want to think about that as an option. Like, it's kind of, this is it. I'm going to follow this road and as far as it goes. And then I will answer that question when
I think about it all the time. I think about just leaving.
Yeah.
Just like going out and like mushroom hunting for a living. Selling my mushrooms at a farmer's market. But that's
what about
ridiculous. It's a hobbit's.
So what about
it's a hobbit's dream.
And then there's the other question, which is more serious but important, which is, can you think of anyone? Don't have to name names.
Yeah,
that you feel like the industry has lost. Like there's someone that could be that you saw as being like an important potential or actual, like at the time, part of this of this community or having something really great to contribute, and that person has had to go do something else.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the journey when you're first starting to build a career is you do have to make a living somehow. So you do work, we have a number of friends who work all different kinds of jobs that may or may not be adjacent to what they want to be doing. As far as like people who, I think the industry is, there's a lot of people we know who are leaving LA. There's a lot of people we know who maybe previously hadn't had to, kind of go to these other jobs who have had to. And I think I can think of a ton of people who I feel like the industry is in danger of missing out on, I guess is how I would put it. These talents, these voices that, the different ladders of ascension that used to be there are no longer there.
There's no variety. It feels like there's less variety of people. Like it's getting more so bottlenecked that it's the same like small group of people that, and it gets boring to see everything, to see the same 20 people in every television show or movie, and they all start to look the same. They all got the same teeth and the same foreheads, and like you know what I mean, like it's
same complexion.
It is. Or... It's chasing out the because it doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, I get kind of fed up with that aspect of it too. Of like, there's no. I'm sick of. I want people I haven't seen before,
and like original stories and original voices.
That too. Yeah.
But also because our community is mostly people in LA, a lot of, like, when you ask the question of, do you know anybody who the industry has lost for good? Like they've this person has decided they're not going to pursue it anymore. I can't really think of anyone because everybody is still holding on to the hope that it is going to come together eventually, and I have that hope too, even though we're in such a tough place right now as an industry. I think our friends who are still living here, who are like, stitching together a living however they can or want to, they're still pursuing this larger goal, and haven't completely said no to it yet.
I think I know some people. I'll tell you.
You do?
Yeah, I think you do too. But for the most part, I think
I'm sure I do.
Yeah, I think you're right though. People are sticking it out here. Yeah.
One thing I'm always curious about when we talk to creative couples is, especially given that y'all are in the same industry, is like all the different places where the boundary between y'all's creativity can be. So I'm curious in y'all's situation, like how closely do you guys work together on each other's stuff? Do you weigh in on auditions or weigh in on things that you're trying to write or produce? Like where does that line lie for y'all?
Oh yeah, I think we're heavily involved in auditions and writing, because we started as we were an improv pair before we were a couple. So our relationship kind of started as a creative couple. The creative partnership before a romantic partnership. So I think we're that base was already there. So we're comfortable enough talking or about specific projects or
and with auditions, it's for the most part it's self-tape. So
for each other's
definitely
readers,
very involved with each other's auditions and like asking for feedback and getting
help. But I think that because I've talked to other couples who are like, oh, I would never want to improvise or perform with my partner. They think it would get they would say things that would hurt each other's feelings, maybe, or they would be afraid to comment on the performances. And I think coming coming at it from the reverse, where that was the base, makes it easier, and there's no like hurt feelings in with that.
Or if there are, we're just good at hiding.
Yeah. Just,
I want to know about the Little House on the Prairie. I want to know more. I used to dress up like Laura in when I was in elementary school. I had like a bonnet and like the whole thing.
Listen,
it's what I wore for class.
Back now.
It's what I wore for class picture day.
Look everywhere.
I wore it for class picture day in 3rd grade, and everyone got really mad at me because like everyone else was wearing like, we were told to wear our favorite outfit.
Oh, I love that you wore that.
Oh, so you dressed in the costume and everyone else was like in their like Sunday best.
The little polos and stuff. And I was like, I had like a bonnet. So
I love
that's very funny.
People thought that I ruined the photo. So,
oh my gosh.
I mean, I think I didn't wear the bonnet for the actual photo. So I just looked like I was wearing like I looked like I was, Amish. So I was used to be obsessed.
I remember when I told my mom that I was doing it. She also loved Little House on the Prairie. And my mom was like, "Oh, are you Nellie?" And Nellie's like an
I know who Nellie is.
girl.
Okay, you can explain who Nellie is. But I was like, oh, I know who Nellie is. Mike, she should explain who Nellie is. That's actually very funny. Go ahead.
Well, Nellie's a child and is 8, 9 years old, something. And my mom was like,
no idea how it works.
Nellie.
They're gonna de-age you.
Yeah. No, but I could play 9. I could play 9 if anybody's casting something. I could definitely play 9, but yeah, that's an example I can think of.
So I'm going to ask a scary question, because it's something that scares me when I think about it all the time, especially because I'm a parent too, a parent and a creative, and I am pretty dug into my creative life, even though I tried desperately to get off this boat a couple years ago. It seems like y'all are pretty dug in on it too. What does retirement look like for you all? What do you like? What do you when you think about that? What does it look like? What does it feel like?
I don't even.
I don't even think.
Kind of like what we're doing now.
There is retirement.
It's kind of like.
My dream is to like keep. I would love that's part of the joy of this. This kind of work is that I think that. And we're seeing more and more of it, like really wonderful, substantial roles for older women, like women who in their 70s. And I would love to just keep going. I'm not at all in a place where I'm like, eventually at this time, I'm going to stop working and we're just going to we're going to have that delineation between like our work, the work chapter of our life, and then retirement. I think it does look like what it is now, which is like, we'll take jobs as they come, hopefully, and then just continue living our lives.
Yeah. I don't.
And financially,
it'll
work out.
Right.
I don't know. I have no idea. Like,
I don't know.
We work with an accountant who has helped us set up like a retirement fund.
Well, that's good. That's a thing.
Yeah,
that's
so
something.
That. But so we're not like totally flapping in the wind, but it's also there's a.
I think it looks like opening a tavern and mushroom hunting.
I mean, we'd love to travel.
Yeah.
I think we
that's
but it's not like, I just don't think there'll be like we're done with this. It's I agree. It might be like longer breaks between, more. Yeah. But.
I'm a big fan of the Travis McGee series. It's by John D. McDonald. Really wonderful detective series. He is not a detective, though. He is a scavenger specialist. He has a houseboat. And something that he says that I try to live by is he takes his retirement in installments. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Travis McGee.
Travis McGee. Cool. Good series. And then also that attitude.
I want to check out that series.
Of just, it's not like I don't have a retirement. I'm just taking out installments, early.
Yeah.
So I'm not unemployed. I'm not between jobs.
No.
Temporarily retired.
Kind come out of retirement every couple months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, it does feel like it's a real gift to be able to like support oneself doing something creative at all. Like it's the luckiest thing.
Yeah.
It at any percentage, it's so lucky, and I want to keep doing that as long as I live.
I think part of where the fear comes from me specifically is because I mostly rap on stage for a living.
Yeah.
Like the thought of doing that at like 64, 65, like that's no fun. That's no fun at all. But it is different. It is absolutely different.
Pretty fun.
Well, I guess I'll have to try it.
Try it. Yeah.
I think I like this idea personally because you have a lot of fans that are your age, right? And they don't stop listening to rap music.
They stop coming out of the house, though. They do stop coming out of the house.
You just have to have matinee.
Well, you just have to do shows where there's seating. Mm-hmm. You just need to have shows where people can sit down.
You're right.
And not put a lot of weight on their knees. So I know that seems weird, but that's like my criteria for going to see a show. Yeah. What? I don't go to shows where I'm going to have to like mosh.
Oh my gosh. No.
Seated rap concerts sounds a little weird, but by the time we get up there, I think there's going to be an audience. I think I predict Gen X will flock to the seated rap shows.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you so much for joining. Oh, Mike, why don't you do
that
the
is
thanks.
exactly what I was going to do.
No, you thank.
Well, we're rushing to thank you because this has been a delightful conversation. So
thank you
for sharing y'all's journey with us. I think it's going to be really inspiring to a lot of people.
Oh, I hope so. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have an important thing.
Oh, yes. Sorry, we forgot something.
This is
we'll cut podcast this. I'll be fine. Or we'll thank you again.
This is a podcast about how to navigate the creative economy. And so one of the most important things that we do is allow and encourage our guests to let people know how they can best support the work you do. So this is a time for y'all to do some plugs. If you got something to plug, now's the time.
Oh man, you can see me at UCB on occasion, improvising there. I also perform at the Shared Experience Studio, and then if you want to take an improv class, sign up. I'll be your teacher at UCB.
And I am on the CBS show Ghosts, so you can check that out. I think season 5 is about to. It's wrapping up airing, so you can watch me in that, and then also Little House on the Prairie coming out in July on Netflix.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And people will someday cosplay as mayors.
I mean, I would. What a dream. That would be amazing. I hope so.
It's good. It's all good. Plugs. Start plugs now.
Anna, what you got going on?
Oh God, that's a good question. I have my other podcast. If you're a podcast listener, and people who are listening are clearly podcast listeners, they might be interested in my other podcast, which is about political science and science fiction. It's called Space the Nation. And I make YouTube videos now, Mike. I do that regularly, which I believe that you know. And I'm continuing my experiment of doing a reel/YouTube short every day for the month of March. And we'll have a long talk about what I learned, perhaps, in an episode. Because I think some people might... I was curious. I Googled what happens if I do a lot of YouTube shorts before I started the project. And some people have answers.
Did they agree? Did the people agree?
No.
I didn't think so. That's the secret. Nobody knows anything.
That's the secret. That YouTube apparently in general, like no one really understands. So I can just tell you, I can give you my experience.
There we go.
What about you, Mike? What's up?
In May, I'll be hitting the road again up in the U.S., the Northeast U.S. and Canada, doing Brooklyn, Montreal, Toronto, Cleveland, and Lansing, Michigan. And then I'm going to be in the EU and UK in late May, Amsterdam, Germany, and plenty of places all up and down the United Kingdom. Other than that, I'm at home streaming 3 times a week on Twitch. We do the morning show there, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm uploading plenty of stuff on YouTube, so come check me out. I'm also in your music app on your phone. If you put my name in, my sounds will come out of your phone. Thank y'all, and talk soon.
Past Due is hosted by Anna Marie Cox and Open Mike Eagle. It's produced by Andrew Steven. You can find more at pastduepodcast.com. Help support the show by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/pastdue. You'll get bonus content, extended interviews, and more. As always, if you like what we're doing, another way to help is by subscribing, sharing the show, and leaving us a review. Thanks for listening.
Not all darkness is dangerous. Sometimes it's the doorway to becoming whole. On the brand new podcast, The Shadow Sessions, hosted by me, Hibab Al-Faqih, a psychologist and trauma expert, we shed light on the hidden corners of the human experience. Through raw, unfiltered conversations from the edge of healing, The Shadow Sessions invites you to do the deeper work that leads to real change. Follow The Shadow Sessions wherever you're listening now.
Sometimes it feels like red and blue states are just as divergent as post-World War II East and West Germany. So what can the US learn from German political history in order to create a more perfect union? Find out on the new season of The Future of Our Former Democracy, the Signal Award-winning podcast for more equitable democracy and large media. Hosted by me, Colin Cole, and Heather Villanueva. It's time to rethink democracy. So follow The Future of Our Former Democracy wherever you get your podcasts.